into contract, regardless of the fact that whether the talks were in country.
Then you would have had cause to be having legal battles with 5C because they would have already involved, already incurred millions of dollars by way of expenses. And so that was why I said it's totally flouting the rules wrong in relation to following procurement process by way of formality. You understand? That's not the intention of the procurement, the procurement rules and regulations. It should be the beginning. So you can't procure mobile phones, then now come and follow the procurement regulations. Is that not the case?
Yes, I agree.
Good. So can I please have that file? Now, the former director, you see why it is important that we make sure the procurement organizations that we deal with follow regulations?
Yes, indeed.
Good. And so you were to make sure that they follow regulations. Good. Now, if I ask you, what is the procurement method that you approved? Now that we know it was a formality done to remedy an act that was not in line, what would you say as the Director General was the procurement method that was done in this, that you approved?
Basically, it was more aligned to single sourcing than competitive bidding.
It was more like single source than competitive bidding.
Because just because they preferred focusing on public health,
right,
and the fact that it's available with only one supplier at the time,
right,
and directly available,
right.
And this was backed by an invoice attached to the submission, dated 2019, 2 invoices.
Here.
Yeah, between 5C and then some overseas partners. So
the invoice back to what? What did the invoice back?
In June 2019.
Yes.
That was about 1 year, 3 months before I joined GPP.
Yes.
So that indicates to us that perhaps this supplier must have these things in place already.
Must have?
Have them readily available.
No. The only thing that can give you information as to whether a supplier is the only supplier that can provide or supply a certain item or good is market survey. Is what needs to be done so that you profile all your suppliers. Yes. You know who is who. You will know the goods that are in the market and then the status of a certain supplier. And then if an organization, procurement organization, did not conduct a market survey, they are not in the position to state that the supplier in question is the only supplier, is the only institution or the only company that can supply those goods.
Thank you, Council. But you know, decision point was public health. And that decision point was the public health because, like I said, this is the public health that they put forward.
Yes.
And then this, and to contrary to what Jennifer said,
yes,
the procurement authority is not the one doing market research. Market research is done by procurement organizations. It is by virtue of that market research that they will be able to fill their forms. Through market research, they know which supplier has it and at what cost.
That's what Jennifer said?
Yes. But the market research level.
No, let me just correct you there.
No, from the submission, there's evidence that we cannot doubt that they don't do market research.
No. I just want to correct you before you proceed. Jennifer did not say that GPA should do market research. Jennifer said that the procurement organization, in this case, that is the Brikama Area Council, every council, in relation to the context that we are in, is supposed to do market research. She did not say it is supposed to be the authority.
And the way we know market research, GPP, the way we know it's market research is, if you submit a request to GPP, the price you put there, you get it through market research because you will not know offhand how it's posted. And the supply you put there is through market research.
Yes.
And this is all backed by a receipt and
no.
invoice or receipt that they put. So I'm telling the modus operandi of GPPA.
No, it's incorrect.
You can now correct it now, but I'm telling the modus operandi.
No, it's incorrect. What you are saying is incorrect. Let me give you the file. Point B, point the commission or highlight or show the commission the invoices that would suggest that there was market research done. Invoices can't be an evidence of market research. Somebody knows this and Sanya, correct? Invoices are not evidence of market research. Are they, Mr. Sanya?
Well, that is what I was told, and that's what I did.
No, let us hear from them. Mr. Sanya, is that what a market research is?
Well, no.
Exactly. That is not it. So, Mr. Sanya, what is a market research? Yes?
A market research. Thank you, Council.
Yes.
Now, a market research
Yes.
is simple and straightforward.
Yes.
It's a research conducted to establish what prevails in the market in terms of availability,
Right.
cost, and whatsoever of a commodity.
Right.
It's just a research.
And it's
To
done by?
establish- The law requires that every procuring organization should conduct market research to establish whatever they want to buy in terms of availability, in terms of cost, and whatsoever.
And in this case, who is the procuring organization?
Brikama Area Council.
Good. Now, Director,
Yes.
you've heard that.
I heard him, but contrary, we can take the Quran. During the break, I asked them this. There was a question. And one lie, a guy is my witness. The two of them, they told me that by virtue of them filling that form, it means they have not marketed because they don't get out of the blue.
No.
And by that, as per their advice,
Right.
they are here.
No.
They can bring the Quran, we touch it. So what I'm telling you is, maybe my things are failing me here. But the fact of the matter is, I acted in good faith in section 44 of the Act. And then this evidence you are talking about here, like why didn't they write in the recommendation that, in fact, this will go through massive? Did they mention it in anywhere?
Mr.
So,
DG, the act is there.
yes,
The regulations are there.
yes.
You have no chance of being misled because you can always refer to the act and regulation to see what it states about what market research is.
But that is why you have technicians under your council.
And that's why you are a Director General.
And they are expected to advise you appropriately.
And you verify the advice.
But did they advise me along those lines?
Let's assume you
He
have
never
been
advised me. He never advised me. And all these letters are related to Sanya is part of it.
Let's assume you were advised wrongly. Let's assume you were advised. There's no evidence that you were advised wrongly. Let's assume you were advised wrongly. Were you not supposed to verify? This is stated in the act and regulation. Clearly.
But like I told you, DG, every organization, if we are headed and you are not technocrat on the ground, you have experts surrounding you to advise you. And if a problem comes which is related to him signing,
So whatever,
the only director at the time.
whatever the advice is what you do?
Not necessarily, but the advice that we see, that's what I will act upon. That the forms are not properly filled, so be competition, and they are addressed.
Yeah.
Now, if I'm sitting here now, they say no market research, and from history, in GPPE, there has never been any instant whereby a market research is conducted on procurement.
But-
let him bring it to
But
to
you
me.
approved a procurement without even knowing, come again, what do you want to say?
No, proceed.
You approved a procurement process without even knowing the method you are approving.
I know the method.
No, it should be stated clearly. The method, they are request, if it is single source, it has to be a request to use single source, and that request will be granted. Is that not the case, Mr. Sayan?
But it's based on the Act. And the Act is saying, what was saying that when there's public emergency, you cannot want them to procure.
No.
That's what you use as our
My
basis.
point is, the approval you have does not even state the mode of, the method of procurement in the first place. It didn't even state it.
Well, that wasn't done by me. If
No, no,
I was an officer in the not put single sourcing, but the basic approval is based on single sourcing.
No,
I also agree it is single sourcing.
no. The approval is written in your name
Yes.
as a Director General.
Yes.
Correct? And so the approval should state what you are approving for, clearly. And you have the different methods of procurement. If you're approving for open tender, or if the process is, for instance, single source, and that's what they were requesting to be approved, you approve that single source is hereby approved.
Yes, but the letters are indicated that. But when you know indicated and then indicate the reasons why it has approved based on public health. And Simon Binidar, who's a market research, the letter has gone through him. He didn't observe it. The officer who wrote it didn't observe it. If I don't observe it too, I'm also human. And I was just 3 months old at GP at the time. So for me, my decision point is what matters to me. Why am I approving? I'm born because section 44 of the Act is saying that when there's a threat of public health, you can approve. And based on that, through consultation, we approve because the facts were all indicated in the letter as per the submission. So I acted based on the submission and then the act. And as advised by the technicians. Technicians advised me, yes, they advised me, this form is missing, didn't they? That is missing. Why didn't they advise on the market research? And why didn't they advise on the method?
Why did you not know the market research? Why did you not know the method?
Because I'm only human. I take responsibility as the DG. But I'm telling you, DGs work with technicians on the ground. As far as I'm concerned, the bond of condition is why I do approve. I approve because of section 44 has said it.
No.
That's based on my decision.
Not correct. You cannot approve based on section 44. They didn't make their application squarely on section 44. They told you clearly. In fact, with section 44, there was no imminent health hazard, imminent, that they did not know about. Imminent will suggest it's happening right now and we did not foresee this. They knew the status quo in Brikama Area Council. They knew the problems that are associated with the rainy season. So what is the imminent nature of the health hazard? Tell us.
But now it's like the damage is already done.
No, what is the imminent nature of the health hazard that which caused you to approve it quickly?
The health hazard they told me as indicated in their submission.
Which is?
That, let me read the section again. That part of the section, let me read. He said, these domiciles also pose a health hazard to the public,
right,
such as malaria, diarrhea, infection, I don't know what, among others.
Is that imminent?
From my interpretation.
How is it imminent? It wasn't there before, the year before that?
Like I told you, I only came in contact with this.
I'm asking you a direct question. Do you think it is fair, based on your experience in education, that the word imminent should be associated with the domicile because of the fact that it was a new issue?
The fact of the matter is, I got to know about, let me explain then I can answer your question.
Right.
I'm confused.
Right.
The fact of the matter is, I came in contact with this in August.
Right.
And like I told you, from my experience, my judgment at the time was on the consequences.
Yeah.
And those people, in the event this has happened, those people who are going to suffer, it's not become a council, is the innocent citizens.
Is it imminent? The circumstances?
No, I'm telling you my mind now, so that you can do the judgment.
No,
but I tell you based on my decision.
No, that DG, we want you to tell us.
Okay.
The issue regarding the domicile had always been an issue.
I didn't know about that, honestly.
No, you told the commission that you live in this country and you know the health issues associated with the rainy season.
August, yes.
So which means you had known this for the past 20 years.
But if they fail to do it now, and now there is damage, would you punish the innocent citizens in it because they fail?
The requirement is it has to be an imminent issue. The requirement is there has to be something that they have to solve right now. And you and I know that it was an ongoing issue. The issue of the domicile is not in 2020. When I know this, the Jongo can confirm that they have been having this long-standing problem. And you had said openly that we all live here. We all know what's happening.
I agree with you in totality.
Yes.
But I'm telling you my decision point is, as far as I'm concerned, what they say in their submission, the talks are already available at a certain shop. That's what they say for the past 1 year.
They didn't even apply for single source.
And then currently,
yes,
because you know, and available, and currently nobody has it, and this may help. This may help some health threats to the public.
Nobody has what? These trucks.
What they say, the trucks are available with 5G.
Yes.
Available with 5G currently.
Right.
And nobody has it in the country.
Did you verify that?
That's what I told you. As far as I'm concerned, because it is process started in my absence.
Right.
What the approval came in my time.
Right.
So I would have assumed all that have been sorted out.
No,
and the fact that even through all the stages of process of approval,
no.
and it has never been pointed out by any technicians,
Yes.
been only 3 months in GPPE, it never occurred to me that that should happen.
No excuse.
Well, I agree because I'm the DG, but I'm telling you I'm only human.
Not because you were the DG, that are simply sitter. Because you had no basis for your opinion. That is the reality. Because if you have to give approval, you have to fall back on your technicians and fall back on the act and regulation.
But we need together.
Get the act and the regulation so that when you are advised wrongly, you know what the law says. You look at the minutes of the meeting of the 3rd of September 2020 on page 3 says therefore he submitted to members that granting an approval on the draft hire purchase contract documents will ensure effective service delivery in terms of effective garbage collection. He further highlighted the points below supporting his submission for members. One, that the type of vehicles are not available in the country. Is that a fact?
As per their submission, yes.
Is that a fact?
As per their submission.
As per their submission?
Yes, exactly.
How about as per the evidence they provided? Do you have evidence? Do they provide evidence to support that?
But I already told you that we base our decisions.
Did they provide
submission?
No, Mr. Please remind me of your last name. Mr. Mbala. Malang.
Yes.
If that is as simple as the job is as DG, then everyone that applies and then they give you reasons, you just approve it.
No.
Okay. Then which means if they are telling you that they want to single source this, millions of dollars to 5C, because 5C is the only company that can produce this. Number one, there is no evidence in this country that 5C have ever produced this kind of trucks. Mr. Jongo, is that not correct? Prior to this, no evidence can be adduced that 5C had supplied trucks.
Well, I cannot ascertain that, but this is the first time we buy trucks from 5C.
Have you had evidence that 5C had ever supplied trucks of this nature to any institution?
No, I never had any.
Good. So there was no basis to state that 5C is the only company that can do this, correct? Mr. Jongo?
Yes, in the absence of a market research, yes.
You see? So when the area council said on the second, number 2, point number 2, that 5C Energy is the only company that agreed to get them for us at their own cost. Mr. Jongo and I had discussed this. That would be wrong because other companies were not engaged, correct?
Yes.
Mr. Jongo?
Yes, that's
You
correct.
agree with me?
Yes.
Good. So, DG,
Yes.
you see, number 1 and number 2 are false. But all it needed you to do is to allow them, make sure they follow procedure. Once they follow procedure, you will realize that number 1 and number 2 were false. But you did not do that.
But Council, I never stop anybody from doing their job. As you can see, the file went through transparently, and anytime it goes, they advise me. Have you ever seen anywhere that they're advising as such, and I tone it down? Why didn't they advise me? The way they advised me that this form is not present, that is not present. Why didn't they put that in black and white, the officers who wrote this thing? Because even the directors don't know much about this file. It is officers who will take their time and study it page by page. And then whatever they recommend, the directors will also use their experience and then escalate it to my level for us to take a decision.
Mr. Sanyang, what is the approval procedure?
Council,
Yes.
when files are submitted to the authority, they will go to records, and from there to the Director General. Now the Director General will minute them to the various directors.
Yes.
And if I could remember, by then I was the only director, if I could remember. So files from the Director General will be minuted to me as the next senior person to the director.
Yes.
So I look at them and then also minute them to the relevant technical persons.
Yes.
And because this is compliance related, in most cases I will acknowledge and then pass it to number 2.
Yes.
There used to be minute sheets, which will be numbered 1 and 2. So basically, number 1 is myself, Director of Procurement, Policy and Operations, and also the only director, apart from the Director General by then. So in most cases, finally, I will acknowledge and then forward them to the head of compliance because they are compliance related. Now the head of compliance will also minute them to the action officer or an action officer.
Yes.
So that is the way approvals are requested from the authority, and in that order, that is how they are treated.
Good. So in this case, in this particular case, what was the procedure followed?
This, of course, we had the chance to go over the file briefly, but then I think the files were submitted to the Director General, and from there, I'm not sure if myself and Tambura were able to. I'm not very sure.
You want to see the
because
file?
These files were submitted for.
You want to see the file?
Yes, we went through it, but then we never knew where the questions will come from, and
You never knew?
We didn't know where your questions will come from.
Right.
And because given the short period,
right,
we don't know exactly what we should look for.
Okay.
So if we can get the file again and go over it, then.
We have the file here. We have so the GPA routine slip from the Office of the Director General. You can tell us the approval process here.
Who, me?
No, the director will help us. The director had already told us that the Director General would be aware. But Sayang, you can now guide us through the approval that was.
Okay, what I have seen is, based on this file,
Right,
there were 2 submissions.
right.
The first submission dated around the 10th of 8, 2020. I am yet to confirm from the covering letter. And with the covering letter, what I show is like the first submission dated 7th August 2020. And then we have the minute sheets generated by GPP records to the Director General. Minuted to myself, 1, and 2, the manager compliance and professional practices by then. Then, under normal circumstances, each of us should sign to acknowledge receipt or
Yes.
having seen it. But in this case, I have not appended my signature, meaning probably I have not seen the file because it's been a long time, but then I have not appended my signature.
On the document?
Yes, on the first submission.
On the first submission?
Yes.
Okay, did you append your signature in any of the submissions? Or the second one, or?
the second one also, yes, the second submission was through a cover letter dated 8 September 2020.
Right.
And it followed, I think, the same procedure. Sorry, that was 14th of August. Sorry.
Yes.
14th of August, 2020.
Correct.
And also followed the same procedures through the GPPA records and to the Director General, minuted to us, myself, as DPPO, and the Manager Compliance and, Manager Compliance and Professional Practices.
Yes.
Or Procurement Practices. Again, there is no indication that we have signed to acknowledge. Myself specifically have not signed to acknowledge.
Okay.
Having seen the file. But like I say, it's been a long time, and some of these things I cannot fully remember. But then there is no indication that the file passed through myself.
Through yourself?
Yes.
To your office. So now, if the file passes through your office, you would have minuted on the file? What do you do? Do you send it back to the DG to advise the DG?
Now, like what I said, depending, I was next to the Director General then in terms of command.
Right.
So when files come to me, I look at them, and then based on the area,
Yes.
I will minute them to the relevant sections.
Right.
And like I said earlier, this is compliance related.
Yeah.
So in most cases, I will, for compliance related issues, I will acknowledge and pass them to the manager by then, responsible for compliance.
Who is?
DCCP, now Director Tambura.
And does the file come back to you?
Yes, when drafts are generated, they
Right.
will also follow
The same process back?
Yes, the same
It comes
process.
back to you?
Yes.
Now you will have to send it back to the DG?
Yes.
Do you minute on the file?
Yes.
You will have to write and then give your
Exactly.
advice?
Yes. I'll make my own observations on it. Right?
Was that done?
I cannot remember
Oh,
having
no,
seen the draft.
on the document. Was it done?
No, it's
Good.
not done.
Tambura,
Sorry, that is only done on the drafts, and normally we don't have these drafts.
it's only done on the?
Drafts.
Drafts.
Yes.
And then?
Normally, drafts will not be part of the submission.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
So, but I cannot remember having seen the drafts.
Okay. Tambura, you have anything to say?
Okay, thank you, Council. As he rightly said, the fact that we don't have an internal procedure manual, so that makes it a bit sometimes cumbersome in terms of flow.
Right.
Yeah, but traditionally and in practice, files goes to the DG, from the DG.
Yeah, no, not the procedure anymore.
Okay,
Did you see this file before?
Yes, from the minutes here, when the file came, I minuted it to an action officer.
Right.
Yes.
And then?
From there, at this stage, you cannot say exactly, because once you minute the file to the action officer,
Right.
he is the one, what we call hands on deck.
Right.
He is expected to review the whole file, issues, if there are issues, etc., anomalies, he is expected to highlight those issues.
How was approval given here?
That's what I'm saying, sir. Like, and normally he prepares a draft.
Just this one. How was the approval given? Or what was the basis of the approval? Do you know?
From the records here,
Yes.
the basis of the approval is the minutes here of the Director General.
Right.
Yes. The Director General indicated about 3 or 4 points. That's availability, COVID-19, health risks, etc.
Right.
So until we are able to see additional documents, but from what we have seen here, this would have been the basis for.
Let me ask you, Tambura.
Yes.
Should this procurement have been approved in this manner? I will ask the same quick question to your colleagues as well.
Yeah, I understand. Sincerely speaking, council,
Yes,
circumstances varies.
right. This one.
Yes, I'm coming. Circumstances vary.
Right.
Because from the minutes here, I'm seeing making reference to COVID-19.
Right,
I'm seeing making reference to that.
right.
So the circumstances at the time when it was received by the
Right.
authority may likely be different from the current circumstances.
No. We are looking at this case specifically and the reality on the ground at the time. So you tell us. We know now what had happened. We know, in fact, that you see, if you even look at the invoice, the evidence, you will see that these people, 5C, purchased this since 2019. Mr. Jongo had told us clearly, we had discussed this, that there were agreements going on. There were discussions going on.
Okay, just to draw your attention, because here,
Yes,
if these trucks were purchased since 2019,
right,
and our approval is 2020,
right,
our approvals are effective the day the approval is given.
right.
So it means we did not approve what was procured since 2019, if that is the case.
So what did you approve?
What we approve is the procurement of these trucks, but effective 2017.
What was the method of procurement you approved?
Sorry.
DPPA.
Yeah.
What procurement method was approved?
From the submission here, the
What
method.
the submissions? You see, you and I will agree. We have done this over and over and over again. If it is single source, it will be expressed.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. I'm trying
Clear?
to help you. I said that's why I said from the submission here,
Yeah.
the particular procurement method is not expressed.
Yes.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Right. So should approval be given without expressing the procurement method?
Because the request is for approval of a particular procurement method. If the procurement method is not indicated, you cannot give that approval.
So why was approval given? Do we know?
I think that would be a second question. I think you asked me the basis for.
Yes. Now I have asked the question.
Yes.
Now you and I agree
Yes.
that it has to be expressed and clear, and you guys have the obligation to look at the exceptions to the single source. Understand that?
Yes.
They even informed you guys that they have had advanced talks with these people already. It was not hidden to you people. Mr. Jongo did not hide to you people that there were advanced talks with 5C. Is that not a violation of the Act and regulation?
As far as we are concerned,
Right.
As far as we are concerned,
Right?
our information or our decision, we are based on the information.
No, I'm now telling you, asking you, that when Mr. Jongo told you in a letter, trying to justify as to why he wants to deal with 5C, that they were in advanced negotiations.
Yes.
Should that not signal you that there is already a violation?
Yes, Council.
No, you don't have to agree with me. You are an expert in procurement. You and Tambura and DG are deemed to be experts in procurement. Do you think that would have been, that should not have sent you a signal that these guys have already started the procurement process,
Yes.
that before coming to us?
Because when we come to negotiation,
Right.
we have formal negotiation and
Right.
informal negotiation.
Yes.
So informal negotiation, most of the time, is done off the record.
Right.
So here it means it is not binding at all.
I'm not saying it's binding.
Yes.
I'm saying they are giving you information
Yes.
that, be it as it may, they had to deal with 5C. Be it as it may, the contract with 5C must happen. Can I have the file? I will show you another document there. So it should not have happened. Mr. Sanyang, my final question is the same. Going by the record, should this have been approved? Yes?
Well, Council, I think
I know it's a difficult question. Your
It's a
DG
very
is here,
difficult
that's why.
because,
Your DG gave an approval,
like
and you find it difficult to say no, it shouldn't have been
no,
approved.
like I said earlier,
Right.
when finally from the directors, the files will be sent to the action officers,
Yes?
and we expect the action officers to have done a very thorough research,
Yes.
thorough find out,
Right?
and then advise technically.
Okay.
So the assumption is,
Yes.
at this stage, whoever must have handled the file as an action officer must have done findings and then advise accordingly.
That's
And
not the
that-
assumption. The
Yes.
assumption is whosoever must have handled this file together with the DG did not do their job well. In the file that you have, GPPA file, you have a receipt from Hubai CEEC Trucks Company Limited showing you evidence of financial transactions regarding these trucks in 2019. So your job was just to ratify what Birkama Area Council did. Your job was just trying to ratify the process. Make sure you tie the knots here and there. But look at the confirmation of receipt of monies payment in 2019. And DG should have known this because it is in the file. But let me just show you that first. I will come back to you. Mr. Sayang,
Yes.
Mr. Tambura, you can look at the documents. Evidence in receipt of payment in relation to this transaction. It was produced to you by Mr. Jongo. Brigadier Council showed you the receipts that to show you not only were negotiations in advanced stages, but monies traded hands.
To my understanding, this receipt is from the main supplier to
Yes.
the other supplier.
That's what I'm saying. For the benefit of the Brigadier Council. That is the reason why it is exhibited, so you guys can see it. Read it out.
We, and sorry, is the address to the
Yes.
CS Energy Company, Gambia Limited. Attention, Mr. Silla.
Yes.
From Hobby Trust Company Limited.
Right.
We Hobby Chic Truck Company Limited hereby certify that our company account received US dollar, that is 140 million, sorry, 140,000 with bank transfer as 70% rest payment for the 5 units of 6 CBM garbage compactor
Right.
truck and 3 units of 6 CBM skip loader truck
Yes.
with 9 garbage bins.
Yes.
Reference pro forma invoice CEEC 1907 11QL of July 11th, 2019.
Good. So what is the date of this confirmation of receipt of funds? This letter. On top far right.
Dated September 12th, 2019.
Okay. So what does this tell you? What does this tell you? That?
I'm not sure what you
Of
are
course.
looking.
Is this not, Mr. Jongo is probably very straightforward. Mr. Jongo, what does this tell you?
Evidence of payment from the supplier
Yes.
to 5C
Yes.
Energy, yes.
Exactly. Towards the purchase of the trucks. Correct, Mr. Jongo?
Yes.
That which you seek, that GPPA gives you approval. You didn't hide this, did you? You showed them.
It was part of the submission.
Yes, you showed them. Is it not to show them you are in advanced stages of the negotiations?
We indicated that in the cover letter, but this particular receipt
Right.
is addressed to 5C.
I understand that.
Like I said, we have not spent
I agree.
prior to
I 100%
imposition.
agree.
Okay.
You had a higher purchase agreement. I'm just saying that based on your verbal agreement, you have advanced stage negotiations. They have purchased these trucks already.
Yes.
Is that not a fact?
Yes, that's
And
a
so you were to exhibit this to GP to show them how far you have gone with this arrangement, correct?
Yes, it was submitted to GPPA.
To show them how far you have gone with the arrangement, correct?
It was supporting our submission.
Is it to show them that you have gone far with the arrangement or not? What is the relevance of the submission?
It's a supporting document.
Is that?
It's a supporting document.
Supporting document. What was it? What is it supporting?
To our submission.
And then what is the document supposed to show GPPA? Every document that is a supporting document must be trying to establish something. What was this document trying to establish?
We were seeking approval.
So what was the document trying to establish in seeking approval?
No, well, I don't know where you,
No, Mr. Jongo.
what your action. It's part of our submissions.
To do what?
To seek approval from GPPA for the procurement of the
What is
trucks.
the relevance of the document?
It's to show
Right.
that these trucks are being procured by 5C.
That's what I said, Mr. Jongo. That's what I said. I was even giving you praise that your hands were clean, that you had shown them all the documents that they needed to have. But the idea is to show that we have gone in. Right? Do you agree? With evidence of this, it's very clear that GPPA was just ratifying the actions done by the Brikama Council. Correct? Sayang, do you agree?
Yes, okay.
Mr. Sayang, you don't have to agree with me, but the facts are very clear. Correct? Correct?
Correct, yes.
DG, the final question is with you.
Thank you.
Now, in the face of all this evidence, is it not the case now that you know that on the whole what you were approving was just as a matter of procedure?
Certainly, it's very evident now.
Exactly.
It was just to formalize. But if I may go further,
Right.
this would have been construed this thing as, they indicated that the people are really available.
Right.
So this could have been construed as evidence of the fact that they are available now.
Yeah.
They want to buy now to sell the situation.
Right. But then, if you had checked the file properly, you would have seen the receipt that was attached. Maybe you didn't see it.
Yes, the file don't come to DG. I'm seeing this file for the first time. When submission come, the letter that they submit, that's what comes to DG. And if immediately to the director, that which is Sanya, he immediately down also. When the action officers work on this thing, but the files are so sensitive, they don't move. They are stationed on lock and key.
So you didn't have access to this file?
No. If I want, I would ask for it. But normal procedure, files are stationed. Unless you have doubt, you have reason that you have to research, you don't bring the whole file to your table. They are on lock and key. So when you go from the officer to the director, Sanya, then say, we need to on a draft. His comment on the draft, look at the draft, do my comment on the draft, and then send it back.
Ms. Sayang, is that the case?
So I doubt if he did not have contact with this file, definitely.
Ms. Sayang, is that the case? Did not see the file?
Well, just as I explained earlier, I think the compliance director have also explained that we don't have a manual that clearly defines as to how we operate.
Right.
That is lacking.
But
then what we have on the ground is files will come and then they will be received by the secretary, confidential secretary to the director general.
okay.
And then they will be minuted to the director general.
So what would be sent from Brikama Area Council would have first passed to the office of the director general to the secretary?
In fact, this minute sheet normally is provided by the secretary, the confidential
to the director
secretary.
general.
Yes. So files coming from outside will not have the minute sheet.
Yeah.
It is only the secretary who will provide the minute sheet, and then in most cases will also stamp the letter to acknowledge receipt.
I think that's all. I think that's all. DG, I think we all agree on this one, that approval should not have been given on this one. And the approval that was given was just a formality. Considering the exhibits we have, the documents we have in the file as provided to you people by Mr. Jonga, right? Do we agree on that, all of us?
Repeat that.
We agreed, all of us, that this approval, considering the documents that are in it and the evidences that we have discussed, you guys were just, it appeared it was just a formality because transactions have already occurred before the approvals were given, correct?
Yeah, the fact is, if I had known what I had known today, I would not approve it.
Yeah, but I'm just saying on the statement.
Submission, definitely, we are convinced that we are good to go to approve it.
Yes.
And then to a point of correction, this file never changed hand their station. It is the submission of the letter.
No, I think the commissioners have already had your evidences regarding the file procedure and all that.
Okay.
Is that not the case? But I'm just saying you and I have agreed that based on the information that we have, the GPPA's approval was only a formality.
Yeah, if I had known that all these transfers had happened 1 year before my going to GPPA,
Yes.
and then it went to this, and even BEC themselves are here,
Right.
not being able to person to verify what they put in their submission. Honestly, I would not have approved it. And to set you free, I take responsibility as a DG then for approving, because I was a DG. But if I had known what I know today, I would not have approved it. That's why in the first instance it was rejected. But when they came with their plea, and then they indicated public safety issues. Those are sensitive issues that you cannot play with. Because during the COVID-19 period, when health was an issue, we had no option like indicated but to comply. But I can't agree more. If I had known what I know today, I would not have approved it.
The issue why procurement process should be followed strictly is, one, you have value for money, correct? Number two, you minimize the issue of fraud, the possibility of fraudulent practices in procurement. We all know the fraudulent practices in procurement on a daily basis, so the idea is to minimize that. It's not the case. That is why you are required to follow certain procedures, have market survey, have 3 quotations where it is required, have open bidding to have the best prices, and so on and so forth. These are the guidelines, so that someone cannot just come and say, we are paying 10 million, we just want to work with one company which has the goods that we want, and they are experts in that. There has to be evidence of those assertions. So the reasons that are put forth by procurement organizations must be backed up with data. Do you agree with that? Do you understand that? It must be backed up. So that in approving or disapproving, you are not just looking at their writings, you are looking at the information that is provided to you to support those assertions. Where they are lacking, no matter how convincing the assertions of Mr. Jonga or the becoming a council through Mr. Jonga, without the evidence of a market survey, without the evidence of even having a certificate to provide to show that this company had engaged in this business, for instance. You understand that? You cannot just approve this.
But I think they are registered, and they registered the 5G.
Yes, I just want to say, after the approval, we signed the contract. So no contract was signed prior to the approval. We signed after when we received the approval, and then we are advised.
I can't even recall giving you time to talk. That's the reality.
No, what I was saying, Council, was the last letter indicated that the program also must be registered with the authority before they can proceed. That was a condition, and I think that was done.
I think we have had this enough. Chairperson, are there questions for these witnesses?
For Mr. Jonga. Mr. Jonga, your statement for the 5th of April 2024, you have made some undertakings on this statement that you will provide adequate details or information. If you go through again through the statement for the 5th of April 2024 and the one for the 24th of May 2024, you made some undertakings to provide certain clarifications. So please go through this and provide the clarifications as per what is contained on your statements, both statements.
Okay.
For instance, let me just give you an example. At page 15, there were a list of withdrawals that were made, for instance. And one was 150,000, the second was 210,000, the third was 520,000, the fourth was $2 million. And at the end of the paragraph, you have undertaken, you said, I quote your words, I will provide adequate details of the other withdrawals.
Yeah, so the ongoing reconciliations I'll take note of the
Yes.
the
All right.
commitment,
So,
and we'll
but
provide that
please
with the
check
reconciliation.
your statement, because there are so many undertakings you've done in the statement to provide us with details
Okay,
of the things that you were asked by the investigators.
okay.
All right. Thank you. Thank you.
Yes, that's all for these
the
witnesses, yes.
So, Mr. Malang, Mr. Jonga, Mr. Sanyang, Mr. Tamura, thank you so much. You are discharged. We'll see you tomorrow, Mr. Jonga, for the documents we have asked for. All right? Thank you so much.
So that means we are not coming tomorrow.
No. You are all discharged.
Okay, thank you.
All of you are discharged, but Mr. Jonga is coming tomorrow to provide us with further information. Thank you so much. We may rise.